Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Colleen Witt, and today we have very special guest, actor, writer, producer, Miguel Nunez is in the building.
Yeah, and I'm not broke.
And he ain't broke. It was funny because you were like, wait, what? We're going to what?
Eating while broke.
Yeah, we're going to take you back.
You got it right, Miguel.
It's awkward always pitching someone on taking on the show because they're like, what are you trying to say? And I'm like, no. I'm trying to take you back to when you were broke.
I actually got that as soon as I said eating while broke. I immediately thought it was an interview about when you were struggling.
When you were struggling. Yeah, I want to know your rise to success story, all starting with this original dish. And by the way, you let me know what you're going to have me eating today.
Well, you got to remember, when I first came here, I lived in the streets.
When you say lived in the streets?
I lived in the streets. I was homeless.
Okay.
Because I ran away from home, bought a bus ticket, and ran away to California. I didn't care. I didn't know. All I knew is I was going to be a movie star. That's all I ever said. So as soon as I graduated June, July, August, September, October. 3 months later, I made 3 bologna sandwiches and got on a bus and came to California with no money, no relatives, no nothing.
From where?
North Carolina.
From North Carolina.
And because I had been telling everybody since I was a kid, I'm going to be a movie star. I'm going to run away to Hollywood. As soon as I graduate, I'm going to run away to Hollywood. I said it from the first grade through the 12th. And I just did it.
When you say you ran away, so does that mean your parents were all the way in on this journey?
No, I ran away. When you run away, you don't usually... They don't use that.
You don't include them in on the...
No, you leave if you let them know.
Yeah,
but no, I wrote a note. I literally wrote a note, wait till everybody left the house, wrote a note, got on the bus. I looked like I was 10. I was 4'11" and weighed 75 pounds when I graduated.
Okay.
Probably same
Dang,
time.
you grew. You grew
one summer.
After high school?
Yeah, I grew.
Yeah, that's what happened to my older brother. He was like really small, and then right when he hit college, he like grew. I was like,
you know why black people are taller?
Why?
Because they're Negroes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She said, oh, really?
So you get on the bus with these bologna sandwiches, but today, what are you gonna have?
Okay. So anyway, so once I got here and I started coming up, and one of the things that I didn't have a lot of money for food because I didn't really eat a lot. Mm-hmm. So and I always got my go-to, and that is, can you hand me that so I can show? And I'm sorry, and this is a good plug, so y'all can send me some Spam, egg, and cheese. And I would eat that I would eat it for breakfast, and I would eat it for dinner and lunch every single day because I had a whole thing, so I could eat that. That'd be breakfast, and that'd be lunch, and that'd be dinner. But you gotta kind of fix it up now.
That's
you can't
hilarious.
just eat Spam because Spam is a little too salty.
Yeah, I've had this on the show before, and I tried a slither of it once, like just straight out the can, and it was extremely salty.
It's very salty, but that's why if I put my egg and the cheese, that's gonna, kind of dilute the salt because I don't have to put any salt in the eggs because that helps with the eggs. So it tastes a little bit, and then you put that Miracle Whip on it, not mayonnaise. You put that Miracle Whip on it.
I love how you were very like, don't forget the Miracle Whip.
Nope, you can't forget the Miracle Whip. I don't think. If I made a sandwich, it's so funny because that's the commercial they have. If I made a sandwich and I ran to get the Miracle Whip after it was already and there wasn't any, I probably wouldn't eat the sandwich.
Really? Wow, okay, that's how important it is.
Yeah, that's how important it is.
All right, so while you start cooking, so you have just so all our listeners know, we have the Spam, the bread, the egg, the cheese, and the Miracle Whip. This meal is less than a couple bucks.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
One loaf of bread and a can of Spam can last you 2 days.
That's crazy.
And a carton of eggs, I'm straight for the week. Gonna cut 2 pieces real thin, cook an egg, or 2.
But you started eating this when you started booking gigs, or this? Just a rotation between bologna sandwiches and.
No. I ate that when I was coming up, because that could last the longest and go the furthest. And I, like I said, I still eat it today.
You still eat it today?
I got probably 5 cans right now. I've never been without Spam.
What?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you
know when you go to Hawaii,
Spam egg sandwich maker I've ever Tried,
Well,
okay?
you got to be a spam lover. You ever been to Hawaii?
No.
Hawaii, it's the number one meat in Hawaii. It's the number one spam burgers, spam egg and cheese breakfast in McDonald's line around the corner. It's the number one selling breakfast in every single fast food has it. Only Hawaii. They have spam burgers, spam breakfast, spam burritos, everything, and that's all they eat because.
You probably love it there. You're like,
Oh,
let me
I
get a
love that.
spam
I did.
special.
I did.
spam.
Aloha. And that's because of the war when they had them in internment camps. That's what they gave them.
Okay.
They dropped spam in them, so it became like a staple.
It's funny. I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday, and sometimes when we go out to eat, they'll order bone marrow, and I look at her and I'm like, yo, I can't believe people are paying for bone marrow. Like when I was a kid, my mom would like force us to eat it, and that was like something you ate when you're broke, not when you're
Wait,
rich.
yeah, and now it's like really expensive.
Yeah, like my girlfriend was like, and when we order bone marrow, don't say nothing at the table. I'm like, I'm sorry, it just baffles me that you guys are literally eating it like it's
Bone
caviar.
marrow. Wait, okay, so I've never had bone marrow. What does bone marrow taste like?
It is basically like fat grease in the bone. I don't know. Maybe it has a little bit of taste to it. I'm Jamaican.
Wait,
so
you
my
had
mom, yeah, my mom, that in Jamaica, that's like the best part of the meal. But growing up, it was like,
Wait,
oh, heck
what
no.
does it taste like
It's
for the viewers?
It's like
Soap?
no,
That's what
it tastes
looked
like the meat juices, I guess. Like the meat, it tastes.
It's like
somewhat-
if you cook something and then it has some like leftover stuff and you
Yeah,
scrape
you
the thing.
scraped it, but it's like mushy.
It tastes horrible.
Let me tell you
What about
something.
chitlins?
I don't know.
Have you ever had chitlins?
I feel like I have, but
That's like the grossest thing you can eat.
Really?
It is.
Really? I don't know, because as a Jamaican, I eat tripe. You know tripe,
What is
cow
that?
stomach.
I think that's what.
That's not chitlins.
Chitlins is.
You'll know if you have cow stomach, okay? It'll be really chewy. It'll be the chewiest meal.
Well,
you'll
that's
ever-
how. That's chitlin. Chitlin is the part where the boo-boo go through.
Oh, yeah.
That's why
I
the
don't
whole
know.
house stink.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know.
But I hated chitlins and because the whole house stink.
Yeah.
Because it's got the stuff in it. But then I went to a family reunion in North Carolina because I was raised in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, I was born in New York. My mother was the writer of "It's a Man's World," James Brown's biggest hit, and I was born in New York.
Did you guys grow up with a lot of money because she wrote that?
She did. We didn't.
Oh.
She did, but we didn't.
Did she
But that's
make
a
sure
whole
to-
nother
to-
story. No, none of that. It's a whole freaking nother story.
Oh, no.
She gave us to our grandmother when we were 3, so she can go back to New York and whatever. And but she gave us to our grandmother. So at 3, I went to North Carolina. I was raised on a farm.
Okay.
So I forgot where we were going with that, but yeah.
Oh, you got a good story. Well, start cooking for me, please.
Okay, I'm gonna throw you some spam. I don't need
Yeah.
to tell the people how to do it, but you gotta bust it out.
You got to bust it out now.
So wait, is this on?
You got to turn it on.
How the hell? I don't know how to do all that.
You don't cook at home now?
Yeah, but I got the fire ones.
The gas. Look, I love when people do this. Just for the record, so everybody knows, we have fake insurance at our studio.
Oh, it's on.
Did you really just put your hand on it? On the red?
I just want to make sure it's working.
I don't know why anybody would turn a stove on and put their hand directly on it, but we do not have insurance here. So if anything were to happen, oh, that's how you get it out.
Yeah, you could some.
Okay, I was wondering that the whole time. So you
put some air in the bottom,
and it comes
out.
right out.
Yeah, a little kitchen hack. Okay, and then you gotta slice it. Now it's not good when you make it really, really fat. Actually, I'm gonna go this way.
The smell of it. You used to this.
Bro, you don't like the smell of it? Smell like old socks. You gonna eat some?
I'm gonna eat. You have to cook for both of us.
Oh
Cooking
shit!
for 2 people today.
Wait, you the woman? You supposed to be cooking? I can tell you how.
Nah, man. On this show, I get to see y'all cook for me.
Okay, that's good enough. All right.
All right. And then, okay, so we got the thin slices. So take me back to what was going on exactly in the moment that you were eating this Spam sandwiches at the earliest, since you still like them.
Oh, at the earliest, like when I was like coming out.
Let's just say, well, yeah. Let's go back because I feel like your mom situation sounds a little interesting too.
Okay, let's go back. What do you want to talk about?
Let's start with your mom. Okay. Because it's kind of interesting. No, it is
Okay,
interesting.
let me just tell you a story.
Okay?
My mother, right?
Uh-huh.
My mother was wild. Put it to you that way. She was wild, and my mom ran away from home. at 16.
Runs in the family, okay.
To go to New York to become in business because she wanted to be it. And my mother, the first TV show, it was a first American bandstand music show, was called Hullabaloo. It was way back when we were little. And they had all these girls up in these little things in the back while the different singers, Stevie Smoker Robinson, and all of these people would come on. It was huge. It was bigger than American Bandstand time. And she was one of the girls that was up in those things with the go-go boots because she looked long and she looked mixed. She had a long hair and she was one of those. She was the only black one up in those little go-go boots. You can see it actually online.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was dating my mother. This is the honest God truth. My mother was the most drop-dead gorgeous girl. She was so wild. She ran away from home to go to New York. And she left, and she was there all by herself, 16, beautiful, and just living there by herself. She dated, Muhammad Ali would pick her up, drop her off. Jackie Robinson would pick her up later, drop her off. I can't say this other person.
What? Why?
No,
It's been so long.
I can't because I'm gonna freaking just tell it. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna tell him. But all of my other brothers, my mom had 7 sons. Each year, as soon as they got 3, gave them to my mother. As soon as she got 3, gave them back to her mother. 3 of my brothers' fathers are very super famous musicians. One of them, every time he goes to the airport, they go and they call his name, his dad's name.
Okay.
Looks like he spit him out.
Okay.
And then when you go back and look at the show, you see that singer on. You see my mom in the background. My brother was born the next year.
Okay.
Then the other famous group, my other brother's
So your
dad
mom
is,
was
and none of them know. None of us know. But anyway.
None of us know what?
Our fathers.
Are you serious?
So we were all raised in North Carolina.
Okay.
So that's how. And when my mom would come home, it would be like Suge Avery. I swear, I thought that movie that someone had actually told her story because it was like that whole neighborhood. James Brown, when she was dating James Brown when she wrote the song. That's why. But he actually came to Wilson, North Carolina once.
What an incredible song, by the way.
Oh, you have no clue. This is her story.
Damn, that sounds good. All right, continue. So none of you guys met your dads?
No, so I don't think she knew.
So was your dad?
My dad was some Dominican guy she met in New York.
Oh, okay.
And what happened with my dad, I guess the story was my dad was bought her some dress to go out to some party, and she was supposed to meet him, and he got everything ready, and by the time, how do I turn this up?
I think you got it up pretty high.
Oh, okay, good. So then he goes to a club, and he's looking for her, and he finds her in the club with that dress on, sitting in another guy's lap. He started chasing her, and he sliced her butt cheeks completely open.
No way.
And that's when she took me to North Carolina. I never met him. Don't know who he is. Never met him. But my mom said one time she saw when I was on it, little did he know. And when I was first TV show, I was on tour of duty. I was making $27,500 a week. And I was dying to find him and help him out. And she said she saw him one day and told him, "Oh, your son want to talk to him." He said, "Okay, well, come back. He work here tomorrow." When she went back there the next day, he had quit because he thought she wanted money.
Oh, wow.
So I never knew my father.
Oh, wow.
I always wanted to know. I used to see people with their dad and wonder what that was like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you don't even know his name or anything?
Miguel A. Nunez. I'm a junior.
Okay.
He was from Dominican Republic. He was worked at a zipper factory. I got that stuff. But even when I tried to look him up in New York, and I looked up Miguel Nunez, that's at $742 million. and then they said, well, you go to those places where they used to live. They never leave because my mom was in the same place.
Yeah.
So she took me to where she said was his mom or his grandmother somehow, and they were like, hey, look at me, they wouldn't open the door.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even really know. I gave up.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so that's how we ended up in North Carolina.
Okay, so you end up being raised by your grandmother.
Yes.
Is your mom at least sending money back to take care of y'all?
Well, she was doing that she was sending money to take care of us, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
You guys still had a good relationship?
No.
No?
No. My mom, first of all, we
was
call
she
her.
like a player?
First of all,
type?
nigga.
That's what I was gonna say. The MVP of player.
Absolute, the GOAT.
Woman player.
The GOAT. I give it to you. I tell you
compared
this.
to the Sugar Avery, right? Yeah.
It was that. It really was that. The whole neighborhood would be there.
Okay.
Everybody be looking down the street.
Damn, I
Everywhere
want to
she
see
went.
it. We're going to pull up a picture of your mom.
Dude.
So everybody, okay.
There's one online with her in a fur coat. And we call her Betty Jean because we weren't allowed to call her mother.
Oh, okay.
I heard at least 20 times in my life, don't ever call me mother. I have never had an ugly style like you before in my life.
Ugly what?
Child like you before in my life.
What? She would say that?
That's what I was told every day of my life.
You got it rough.
But now she lives with me.
No way. This is a crazy question. I really shouldn't ask it, but I'm curious because now that I'm older and I meet guys that have like some kind of mommy dynamic that's a little off. Did you have any type of? This is gonna come out terrible, but
ain't no terrible. And if you're gonna start hitting being, I'm gonna be like you. If you're gonna be that way.
Okay. Do you have mommy issues?
I don't know. Do I?
Well, in your relationships,
I think so because when I'm with a girl, I like to be with them. I'm very affectionate. I do all the things that I didn't get. So I think I do.
Okay, but has a woman ever said that to you though?
No. I just know I know it is.
Women love affection, so I'm sure they were like, yes.
Because here's when my mom come on, she would give us money, and everybody else would run out of the house and go spend it. Because back then she would just hit 100. I know that back then that's like 1,000.
Yeah.
Except me, I take my money, put it in my pocket, and I would go in because we couldn't be around them more than 2 minutes.
Oh wow.
All right, and I used to go in every window and look. Every once she went in another room, I would go and look and stay there. When she would leave, I would go into her room and I would take her take her clothes and spread them all and wipe them across my pillow because she always wore the most expensive perfume.
Aww.
So they would do all. I never left. They did. They would all run to.
Were you the baby, middle child?
Hell no.
Oldest?
Second oldest.
Oh wow. I like how you're smashing the bread. Okay, so you definitely adored your mom.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I adored the thought of her. I adored the thought of her. I didn't really know her.
What did your grandma say about your mom? Did she talk negative or positive?
Never. She never said anything about her. We never heard anything about her. And then she would come home. In my entire life growing up, I saw her probably. And she was home probably 20 times for 2 or 3 days. I probably saw her 20 minutes.
Wow.
That was all we were allowed. And never knew when she left.
Oh, she didn't even say goodbye.
We were like, where's the Jean at? Boy, get your skinny ass out of here. She left 2 days ago. Never, ever.
Wow. Okay. So take me back to, damn. So was she rich? I'm just curious.
Yes.
She was.
Very.
And, okay. But you didn't really necessarily see the fruits of that labor? You just see it when she came home?
No, the only thing we saw when she came home, when she had about $20 million worth of jewelry on and gave stacks of hundreds to my grandparents and them. And then, like my brother in there who's here, my other brother, right, Frankie, when they first came home, when she first brought them home, and I wish I had that photo, when she first brought them home to leave, when they got 3, she had on Frankie, he was probably 3, he had on a little white mink coat, original mink, probably about $2,000, $3,000, little mink white boots and a mink white hat. And he had on a black one.
Oh, wow.
And she had on a black and white one. And she always came home with huge. She loves to have stacks of money on her. That's her favorite thing on the planet.
Okay. Your mom was definitely a player. Okay. She's 100% player, hot lady.
She was more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's older now, and I'm taking care of her because she's 84 years old, but she's still like she's 16. She wants to go out every club.
No way.
Oh.
Really?
Oh my God. There's no difference to her now and when she was 16. None.
So like she'll get up at like 9 o'clock and be like, I'm going out?
And no, she can't. But I have a driver take her with her. But if you say
what?
If I say, like right now, she was like, where y'all going? We told her where we're going. And why? Y'all could have told me. And she'll jump up and get ready and be ready to go. No matter where you're going, no matter what you're doing, always in the mix.
Okay. So I'm gonna skip to the part where you decide to run away. Okay. So well, before that, you said from the age of 6. You said
ever since I was born, I said I was going to move to Hollywood.
Okay. And where do you think that desire
I don't
came
know
from?
because this is before I even knew my mom was even involved. This is before I'd ever even watched television. It was the first thing I ever said I was going to do. And to this day,
Hey, watch out! That's melting.
What?
On that stove.
Oh shit!
You're hilarious.
What an idiot. Oh. Thank God you're here. And to this day, I still say, and I tell people, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
And they were saying, well, your mom was doing it. No, but that was before I was saying I wanted to be a movie star. And now that I think about it, that was even before I even knew what a movie star was. I didn't even think I had watched television yet.
Wow. Okay. Take me back to when you start plotting on running away. Because
it was never a plot.
It wasn't. Oh, it was just a.
It was never a plot.
Impulsive.
I said it every day. I had already had my job. I was working. I knew what I was going to do Friday. I was planning the whole thing, and I had got a job, and I got my first check. It was God. That's how I know. And literally, I was like, out of the clear blue sky, I said, shoot, this is enough to get to Hollywood. I should do it.
How'd you know? You were already looking up Hollywood tickets.
I did that every day of my life.
Okay.
I should do it. Then I went, then I went to the supervisor. I said, I quit. He said, what? I said, I quit. He said, well, you have a week and a whole check. I said, give it to my grandfather. And I just ran out. And it took me from here to Staples Center to get home. But I went through the woods. It was like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I cut across the train track, all that stuff. But I literally just decided at the spur of a moment. But I know that was God. Mm-hmm. And I just said, I'm going to do it right now. I did it, ran home, packed a little suitcase, and made me 3 bologna sandwiches. Which one is this one?
The one that you're touching. Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn the other one off.
Yeah.
And turn it down. And I literally.
Mm-hmm. You be leaving all this stuff on the. You're hilarious. How do you cook at home? He puts like tissues, spatulas on the stove, like everything you're not.
Well, I don't know,
cook.
but see, if it was fire, I wouldn't because I see it. But now this looks like a cabinet.
Okay.
So
you run away from home. What's the letter in the note say?
I said, and matter of fact, I said.
Where's that note?
I said, I know. Somebody had it a long time ago. I don't even know if they had found it, but I don't know. I should have went home and got it. I kept one that I got when I was living at the Union Rescue Mission, when I had been at the Union Rescue Mission for a long time, and I finally decided to write home. And I was so excited to get this. You got a letter. And I was like, and I opened it up, and all it said was, call home food.
Call home food?
I swear to God. And I found that letter. I got it.
Okay.
That was from my aunt. But
that was from your aunt?
Yep.
Shout outs to the aunt.
But listen, I just literally thought of it that minute and did it.
Okay.
And went home, and I went to the bus station. Matter of fact, the last person I saw was him sneaking to school late. When I left North Carolina, yeah.
Did he know what you were up to?
No, nobody did.
Oh, God.
Nobody did.
Okay.
Nobody did. Okay. Oh, what am I going to do? Okay. Girl, you about to get it.
Don't you have to make 4 slices of bread?
Nope. I'm going to just eat a half a sandwich.
You're hilarious.
And you're going to eat half.
Okay.
Oh, I should have made 2. Got egg squalor. Oh, okay. So now, you know what?
At one point, wait, are you going to cook eggs? I love judging you.
No,
You're a great storyteller, by the way.
It's easy when it's coming from here.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so you run away.
I make 3 bologna sandwiches. I walk down the street, and this is how I know it was God, because it was like 15 people in our house, because all my brothers were there, 7 brothers, plus my 5 aunts. And so there's never a time where there's nobody in that house.
So it wasn't just your grandma that raised you, it was your aunts too?
It was my grandmother. They had 5 daughters, so they took us in, and it was all of us in the same house.
Okay.
So there was never a time there was nobody there.
Okay.
So when I get home, there's nobody there.
Oh, that's how you know it was God.
Exactly.
You walked in, you was like, oh, shoot, I got
So I left her know. I said, Mother, I said, I'm going to Hollywood to make something of myself. That's exactly what I said. And I just walked down the train track, and I went thinking about all the memories. And I got in the bus, and I was hiding because the bus station is in the middle of town, and my grandparents would have to pass there to come home from work. So I was just in the back holding down. As soon as the bus started taking off, I never once realized the seriousness of what I did. Not even iota. I saw getting on that bus and where I am now. There was no doubt in my mind whatsoever I was going to be where I am now. None. And that's what I saw. I figured I didn't know what the hell was going to happen in the middle, but whatever that was, it's going to work out because I know that's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So
you were certain.
Certain, 100%. Now, that's the difference between, that's what you got to have. You don't 100% truly, absolutely believe in yourself and what you do, you're going to end up turning back. If you, nobody could go through what I went through, and I'm going to tell you, nobody could go through it. Sleeping behind the bus station, waking up with lice every day, and having to get sprayed with poison. And that's the kind of stuff that make people turn around and go back home.
Yeah.
They can't take it because somebody told them they were cute. Somebody told them that they were a good actor, and they didn't really have the desire. The desire was somebody else. I used to sit on the porch. My uncle, who was a Cadillac dealer, he would come home for family reunion, and once he had a Cadillac that had California license plates. And I was about 11 years old. I sat outside on the street, touching it all day long, going, this car was in California. It's where I'm going to live.
You really loved it.
Okay. I knew it. And that's why you got to.
But you can't pinpoint what was the initial trigger or how you found out about it.
I found out about what?
Like Hollywood and all that.
I don't know where it came from my mom, but we had that regular encyclopedia thing in that people have. You know, those green and white ones. And every time I would come home, I would run home and grab the encyclopedia and look up Hollywood. And just read everything I could on Hollywood. And I would send letters.
I love that there's an encyclopedia involved in this story.
Yeah, the old ones. Yeah. And that's what I did. And I mean, I just knew I was, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I never realized the seriousness of what I'd done until I actually got here, because I went to the bus station and I said, can I get a ticket I talked like this when I first got here. My nickname was Country Boy. So I talked just like this, and I said, my name is Miguel Nunez. I'm from Wilson, North Carolina. I want to be an actor. I said, can I get a ticket to Hollywood? He said, no. And I thought you had to be an actor to get in Hollywood, which I found out later I was at the Trailway station. Trailway goes downtown.
Oh, okay.
Skid Row.
Oh.
Greyhound went to Hollywood. I didn't know that. I just thought you had to be an actor to get in Hollywood. So he said, you can go to Los Angeles. And I said, okay. And I got me a ticket and I hid in the back. And I just got here. I had about $28 and $2 when I landed.
Oh, shoot.
And I thought I was going to get here.
Did you end up in Skid Row?
6th and Main, the worst place ever, right across from that bus station. I thought it was going to be the movie star lights, and I was going to meet somebody, and that was going to be it. And it wasn't until I got here on the worst possible street you could imagine, Skid Row.
Yeah.
And then I look outside. That was the first time I realized the seriousness of what I had done.
You're like, wait a minute, this isn't the Hollywood I imagined. So then what was your initial thought? Were you like, oh, shit? Because you said that's when you realized the gravitude of what you did.
What I did?
You could just throw it somewhere here.
What I did was, no, I did. I tried to sleep in the bus station. He kicked me out. He said, you can't stay in the bus station. So he kicked me out of the bus station. And then I would walk around in the street and walk around in the streets and walk around the street. And I had one of those box razors that we keep in North Carolina. So I had $2 left. And there was an all-night movie theater. There's a place for $1.
Oh, smart.
So, good. So I go in the movie theater. Yeah, right. So I go in the movie theater. I'm sitting in my seats. And I had to put my feet up like this because there's rats running around. And I'm sleeping.
In the movie theater?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and I'm like this. And every 5 minutes I wake up. And I got my razor right here like this. And this was just God protecting me, giving me a warning early. And I'm sitting in the movie theater, and all the way down, there's like, a few people in there. There's a guy, he could see a head. And every time I wake up, the head was closer, closer, closer. And the last time I woke up, some big, nasty, homeless person, man, I popped my razor out like that. He jumped up and ran. That was God's way of telling me to watch out. So from that point on, I would walk around at night and sleep in the day.
Oh, smart.
So then once I was sleeping on a park bench and it was raining, and some guy was like I said, I looked like I was 10. He was like, hey, what are you doing out here? And I said, I was telling the guy, I was like, my name is Miguel Nunez from 640 Cemetery Street, West North Carolina. I came here to be an actor.
I love your accent.
and he was like, oh, God. He said, why are you out on the street? And I told him I had nowhere to stay. And he said, why don't you go to the mission? I was like, what is that? So he told me about the Union Rescue Mission. I ended up moving to the Union Rescue Mission. I lived there for a while, got on welfare, got a job, quit the job, started sneaking in the studios, getting kicked out, trying to learn.
Sneaking into acting, what studios?
I would tell my friends, I want to go into Universal Studio. And I want to take I want to go to Universal Studio and I want to walk around on the sets and I want to see how it's done and I can learn. They were like, man, they ain't going to let you do that. I'm like, what do you mean ain't going to let me? Ain't got nothing to do with that. So then I went there one day. I said, man, my name is Miguel, and I show up at Universal. My name is Miguel Nunez. I'm from Wilson, North Carolina. I just want to walk around. I'm not going to bother nobody. Get your skinny ass out of here. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's not going to let you. You can't. those things don't compute to me. So I sit around, I watch. So next thing I know, I notice what's going on. So I said, okay, I get how I'm going to do this. So I save my money. I start selling my blood plasma. So I saved up my money. And then I take the Universal Studio tour.
Okay.
And then after a while, they said, well, we're going to get off here. I went,
It's okay.
I hope they can't see this. Anyway,
It's okay.
He goes, all right, guys, we're going to go inside this thing here, and we're going to show you how it's a simulation of how we do TV shows. I'm like, no, I want to go to the real thing. So after a while, he said, all right, everybody, come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way. The tram's going to pick us up on the other side. Come this way, come this way. While everybody was coming this way, I went that way, that way, that way. And I went around and did exactly everything they said I couldn't do, everything he said they won't let me do. And then at the end of the day, I came in and got on the last train, and I would go to all those TV shows and movies and sit at the top of the thing. They were doing big movies and just sit there all day and look.
Aww.
And that's how I learned.
That's how you learn.
No, never take no for an answer.
Yeah,
never.
Yeah. I agree
Ever.
with that. I always say, like, especially never take no from someone that doesn't have the ability to say yes.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because
You
a
gonna
lot
wash
of
the
people will
dishes?
get rejected. I wash all the dishes around here.
Okay.
Look at this sandwich. It looks legit. You know what, guys? I noticed about when Miguel made his sandwich, which was interesting, is he would let the butter marinate the bread and he would, like, soak it in there. So you know the sandwich is going to taste amazing
Look at that.
just by the way he did the bread.
Yeah. Okay, see, like that?
Just by the way he did the bread, he smashed it.
Marinated it with the butter.
Marinated it with the butter. I'm
Okay.
so confident that
Now
this
go
will
in on
be.
close up.
Look, Jared, you want to come in here and switch
No,
the
no.
cameras? He's
I'm
gonna.
gonna eat the rest of these eggs.
I love it.
Damn, that's good.
You need a little, you need to rewrite your story, like as a movie.
I just did. I'm doing it, actually.
You are? Yeah, because it sounds like it would be
You
an
have no clue.
incredible movie.
And y'all have no clue.
It sounds like an absolutely incredible movie.
Faith, determination, never giving up.
Yeah.
You have to.
Isn't it an amazing story?
I'm like so engaged.
So engaged.
Really locked in.
Hey, wait. I was gonna say, where's this tea? To get on my own. I love sweet tea.
You love. Oh, I just got a kettle, by the way.
What?
Do you have one?
What?
It's like a kettle it's like electric thing. You put the water in and it heats it up all day.
Never heard of
So
that.
your hot water always
Never
stays
heard of
warm.
it. Oh, that's a gift today. Oh, you're so sweet.
I literally have it at my house. I wish I had it
You
here.
don't bring gifts for your guests?
We're gonna. This is very budget conscious.
Nope.
Obviously.
You got to be professional.
Okay, so we're
This is
about
my-
to try the sandwich.
Are we going?
This is yeah.
All right, go ahead and tell them about my sandwich.
Jared, are we going?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So he soaked it in the butter. It looks like it's gonna taste good. I love that you smashed it. It makes me feel like you are a connoisseur. So we are gonna see if Miguel can make me switch to Spam, egg, and cheese sandwiches with Miracle Whip.
It's still salty, but
It's salty, but it's good. Thank you.
right?
I'm surprised though, and not to get off track, but you see how you wipe my mouth? You're so very nice or mannerable. I don't know what the word is, but when you said
I think
that,
that's because
you're. Oh, look, you go.
of my aunts.
Okay.
I think, and I say that because I think they trained us.
Yeah.
I think they trained us because I swear to God, the movie would be, it was the real Cinderella. Our aunts were older, and they lost a lot of things. One of them lost their room because we all had the same room. We had to take their room. They didn't go on vacations because they had to spend this extra money, and it was literally Cinderella. They freaking made us do everything. We got beatings because of them. They hated us being there in the beginning. It changed, but we had to, if all but us had a night, I had to wash dishes every Tuesday, my brother Wednesday. And they,
Oh wow! I thought you were gonna say that they were like extra affectionate with you guys.
hell no, I ain't affectionate. I don't think I've seen, in my entire life, never ever heard the word I love you in our house. It wasn't that kind of a house.
But then yet you end up growing up to be extra affectionate.
I think it's because you miss it.
Yeah. I noticed with my daughter too, I'm like that. I'm like, oh, I love you. Let me hug you,
Yeah,
kiss
me
you, kiss
too.
you. Right? I'm like, I don't ever want you to feel that feeling.
I kissed my daughter so much. She was like, oh, Daddy, I can't breathe.
Okay. So take me back to, okay, you're on the sets, you're learning, and what happens next?
I made it. No, I was kidding.
No. It don't sound like it was that fast of a journey for you.
Oh, no. To be honest with you, I'm lucky because it did. I was still struggling, and I'm on a bus. And I see this guy going. And I'm like, what are you doing? He said, I'm an actor. I'm ready to go to this cattle call. I said, my name is Miguel Nunez, 647 3rd Street, Wilson, North Carolina. I came here to be an actor. And he was like, that. He was telling me what he was going for. And he was like, I said, what is that? He said, here, this is a resume. You're going to have to get one in here. Can I keep it? You can keep it. You're going to have to get a resume. You're going to have to get pictures. Blah, 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 blah. Damn it. And he get ready to get off.
Did you burn yourself again?
It's all right. And then he gets off the bus. He goes in the park, and I look up, and I see cameras. So the next stop I get off, I go to a copy place. I'll write his name out, put my name in over, and make another copy and go back and get in the line.
That's hilarious.
I didn't know that.
You're street smart.
I didn't know
Okay.
cattle call that you had to. I didn't know with a cattle call you didn't need any of that, but I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, cattle call. Cattle call audition is different. Cattle call means they just want a face. They don't give a damn who you are. A major movie, they're looking for cattle call. They want a new star.
Okay.
So I get in line. And I got the lead in it. It was a National Geno's restaurant commercial. And I took that. He was like, who? And the guy, you have an agent? I was like, no, I'm from North Carolina. I just got a. He said, how did you get it? And I said, hey, that guy right there. And the guy came over. He said, he told me about it on the bus. He said, what? You got it? And I was like, yeah. And then he said, I'll take him to my agent. So he takes me to his agent. And I get there and I say, hey, my name is Miguel Nunez, 647 3rd Street, West North Carolina. I come here to be an agent. And he was like, yeah, okay. I like you. You know what? I'm going to sign you. I said, I want to go more on those cattle call things. He see me in auditions. I said, yeah. I said, you can have this money. I want to be in the movies and the TV.
You said you could have the what?
This money. It was a commercial. I'm thinking of movies and TV. I didn't know.
Yeah.
He said, no, this is on TV. I didn't know, of course.
Oh.
And he goes,
Did you tell him you could have the money from it?
yeah. If he said be on more of those things for movies and be on TV.
Okay.
You know. So then he said, oh, it is on TV. So anyway, he said, yeah, I like you. So he signed me up, and then I think the next 30 jobs, I probably got 28 of them, 38 of them.
Wow.
Next 40, I probably got 38 of them.
Wow.
And then 3 years later, I was on on CBS, a hit show called Tour of Duty on CBS.
Wow. And now at this point,
I just started working.
That's what I was gonna say.
I never stopped working. All throughout the 80s and 90s, I got 90% of every job that was out.
For acting. So you ended up never having to get a real job again.
I never had a real job again.
Wow. You talk about determination, perseverance.
Absolutely.
And focus. Do you think a lot of the people that helped you along the way, like the agent wanting to assign you, they saw that innocence or
No, I think
humbleness?
No. Agents and managers, my first manager was Cheryl Levine, who I wish I had stayed with my entire life. She really did care. I've never had an agent that cared as much as she did. Most agents and managers, they don't give a damn.
Yeah, they just want to check.
They just want to check. Yeah. Now, they like if you got that it, because they know they can get money. But I don't know if they truly believe in your destiny. They truly know. They just hoping that you can get as many jobs being that guy right there as cute as you can till I can get somebody else and replace you.
Yeah. What happened to your first manager?
Oh no, just like when you start coming up, first thing you think, and this is to all you young guys out there, I got to go with a bigger management. I got to go with a bigger so you can grow and grow and grow. And all the big ones started coming after me, and I did. But that's not what you should do, and I wish I had not.
Really? Yeah, because I hear that a lot. Like, I'll see
but
someone
it's
and
the
they'll be
standard thing. Oh, you need to go with them now because you're at a different level.
Yeah.
And it's like it's been going that way forever. No one ever when anybody say, hold on, stay. No, you shouldn't do it. You should stay there. No one ever told me that. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's a step. It's a level. I was told by everybody. It's a level. And then you got to go with these, and then you got to go with CAA, and you got to go all of this stuff. I was knocking them out. I don't care. I would have got the same job with her as I would have did with the other one. But I didn't know at that time.
So, but you don't have any way to contact her now. She's gone. Are you cool with her now?
I'm cool with her now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I was always cool with her.
Wow.
She's not a manager anymore.
Oh, okay. So since making it, were there any hurdles after that you saw that like anything that kind of made it hard, that part of the journey?
What was your part?
The part on the rise to the top, the rise to success?
The hardest part of my rise to success has always been black production, and to be honest with you.
Say that again?
Black production. I had
Black productions?
I've had one casting director once didn't bring me in for a project. And then when I went in for another project and got it, she was the casting director. I asked her why. She said, oh, stop. You get all the jobs. Let somebody else get some. She didn't bring me in because she thought I would get it and somebody else wouldn't get it. But that's not your job.
Yeah.
Because I was getting all the jobs. But they wanted somebody else to get one. But that's not your determination.
No.
I was not brought in for Joanna Man. I was told I wasn't right. I was not brought in for Sparks. I was told I wasn't right when I took over that show. It's been every single thing I've got in my career, I literally had to fight for. Nothing has come easy. Even like now, all the work that I've done, and I'm still getting...
You've done a lot of work, by the way.
Carried a movie for the WB, carried a 2-year movie, and I'm just getting calls to audition for 2 lines in a Tyler Perry movie, 3 lines on this, and 2 lines on a BET show, TV show, when I'm on the TV show, when I'm on the #1 show on BET.
Yeah.
They want me to come in and audition for this show. What show is it? What, this show? Yeah, where's it on? It's on BET. BET don't know. It's like, it was ridiculous. It's absolutely but I get offers every day for major network big shows. They call me and say availability and blah, 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 blah. But somehow all the black shows and all of those things, they're asking me to read for 2 or 3 little lines. I'm better than everybody you cast, fools. In the whole movie, in the whole TV show, you're asking me to read 2 and 3 lines. I played a woman. I played a ghost. I played everything, and you're going to do that? It's not possible. I'm not even going to think of it.
Speaking of playing the woman thing, you heard the whole situation with Kat. What do you think about all that?
I have no clue. Like I said, I didn't need no Illuminati.
Yeah.
If there is one. I didn't need any of that. I didn't need any games. No one ever tried to play me for any of that, anything. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Because I came in, I just started working.
Yeah.
I didn't have to cut no corners.
You didn't have to cut.
But I can tell you this.
What?
First time I ever met Cat Williams, I said to my friend Stan Fox, the producer, he came out after that. I said, that guy right there is awesome. When I first met him, he had like some girls with him. He was like, yeah, give him this and that. That's my this. He had like 5, 6, 7 different business ventures. He had a whole different mindset. You can tell that no one was going to put nothing over on him. You can already tell that he's not going to compromise. I could already tell that he's not going to give in to anything. He was like me. When you got confidence and you know, he didn't come up just, I'm going to be just a comedian. He was already, and he hadn't even made it yet. He was 30 different things. I was like, what is this? Yeah, that's my this and this. And then she runs this department. And she did. I was like, dude, that guy right there, he's awesome. That's the only thing I know about him.
Wow.
And he's a super hell of a comedian.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have some favorite comics, but I think by far, I had a talk with my little brother once, and I was like, I would love to see a battle between, I think it was Cat Williams. I can't remember who the other comic was, but I just think Cat Williams by far is one of the ultimate goats in comedy.
I think he's funny as hell.
I think he's funny. I've never seen him put out something where you're
always
not busting out laughing.
And here's the thing. It's not just, I like about him, he don't just tell jokes.
Yeah.
He's like, he kind of tells stories.
Yeah.
And when he throws that thing, he put his stuff in it, he gives you a whole visualization of what it is, which adds to it being funny. And the way he falls on the floor, he does these stupid people. I mean, it's a combination of it all.
Yeah.
He don't just stand there and tell jokes and hope that the joke works and you laugh because you think the joke's funny.
Yeah.
He can make the joke funny even if not just by he adding his extra stuff to it with his crazy look. He's brilliant.
I think he's brilliant. I think after watching his interview, it was also beautiful to see the level of like integrity he had. Like,
and
morality.
Smart. Yeah, but I knew this, but people didn't know. They didn't think he was as intelligent as he is. And he is. I think it was a good thing for him. I don't know about anything about all this other stuff. Illuminati, Bluminati, I don't know anything about all of that stuff. I just think if you just work hard, you don't have to do that. I think it's people that resort to those kind of things when they're not sure about themselves. When you got 100% confidence in yourself, and they know me, why I didn't go through any of that Hollywood bullshit, because they know me, I'm loud. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Lay on the couch. You out of your damn mind?
So when the black production sends you those auditions now, this far in your career, do you even respond or do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Now
it's embarrassing.
You
it's
also
rude.
heard about like Taraji P. Henson came out with her whole thing about pay equity and all that.
Baby, the pay equity in this thing is the worst ever. And again, like for instance, I'm on Family Business. I make less on Family Business in the 5th season. Then I made the first season on Tour of Duty in 1987.
Wow. Wow. And there's nothing really you could do about it?
Screen Actors Guild, we've talked to Screen Actors Guild. I don't know why the Screen Actors Guild, and I don't care. I just think it's the worst ever. They owed us money for over 5 years. I got an email from SAG. Oh, we're into it in 2020. I got the same one in 2023. Oh, yeah, we're into it. And it's just, I don't know how. Even the residuals, when you see a 1 hour drama, I make more in residuals from stuff I did in the 80s that's on now. And when the 1 hour episode of Family Business come on, you know how much we get? $30.
Wow.
That's because SAG allowed them to, because when we first came on, we got $2,700, $3,000, which was supposed to be every show. I don't know what SAG let them check whatever box they need. They checked and changed it to $30. So how could they be paying us that one at $3,700 and now it's $30?
So
For 1 hour show, and it's being shown and shown and shown, and they're just raping us.
How
raping us.
How does the whole SAG and actor dynamic work? Because you keep referencing
Well, SAG's supposed to protect us as our union. So, but now, if SAG says to you, okay, you got to pay them $2,700, $3,000 per rerun, okay? But you know what? If you can check this box and you can say that you're this kind of production, then you only have to pay them $30. And then they do that now. The SAG should not allow them to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get $3,000 something for every time you're locked down during the COVID. Locked down about 10 times, never got a dime.
What? But what
And
was
there's
the whole point
so
of the whole strike, though?
Well, that's because, the strike was like this. That little thing that they were allowed to do with that little box wasn't there. That little box was put there, give it to you an example, like say Netflix and all these other studios and streaming services. And they're way back when they did the deal, they said, we can't afford to pay them $3,000 something.
Yeah.
Because we don't get the same advertising dollars that the networks get. We don't get the same viewership. Okay, well, we'll let you be able to do this little box here. That was then. Now they're getting more viewers than them. They're getting bigger advertising dollars.
And they're getting
and
away
they're
with
still
that little box?
they still able to get along
heck no.
with the little box.
And who's
SAG's supposed to be doing this. We're in this because of SAG, and then with SAG we have to go and strike because of this. We're owed so much money. And nobody from SAG, you can't call them. Every time I've called 1,000 times, other actors call, it does no good.
Wow.
They don't want to go against them because, you're going to come and go. They're going to be giving us money for other actors for a long time. So I get a feeling, I don't know, but that's my own interpretation of why they won't do anything.
Yeah. But you're not in it for the money. You're in it.
I've never been in it for the money. I've always said I want to be a movie star. I want to make a career because I've got friends who've been movie stars and fall up and come back down. All the way I'm going up my career, they're like this. Hey, and then they're this, and now I'm down like this. Here's a couple dollars to do that. Here's a couple dollars to do that. And then another year passed. I see this other actor. Oh, he's this, he's that. He come up and now he's a star. And now I see him. Now I'm down here loaning him money. So I just wanted a steady career. I've made over $200,000 every year since I've been here. So.
Well, I'll tell you this. So it was funny. So I, of course, I hunted you down. I saw you at an event.
I saw you. I was looking over the balcony. I saw you down there.
I've been trying to get you. And so I was on a call with the Black Effect, the bookers, and everybody. I was like, I'm Miguel Nunes. And I remember the booker saying, oh my gosh, that's so exciting because a lot of times you see these actors, they're like every day. You see them on everything, right? But you don't really know their story. You don't know that side of them. So it was kind of fun to be able to be like, everyone's like just curious about you,
I'm curious about you. How's your sandwich,
My sandwich is delicious, but I'm going to have to eat it after I interview you, of course.
Oh, yeah, I should have probably did that.
So how have you not panicked or even looked at some of the peers that went to the top and said, could I be up there? Do you ever look at their race?
Nope. Never. I stay in my lane, and I've been doing for all of these years. I've been on my first TV show in 1987. It's 2024. I'm on a TV show now. Mm-hmm. It's only been 2 or 3 years when I wasn't on one. Mm-hmm. And
2 and 3 years straight?
No, I'm saying it's probably been about out of the last 20, maybe 3 or 4 years that I haven't been on a TV series. Since 1987. Okay. So I'm right where I wanted. My career is fine because I was scared. And I really 100 million% believe, knowing how wild I was, if I had been, if God had not kept me on this, because God protects where God directs. And I was a PK. My grandparents were preachers, so. And
Oh, you're a preacher's kid?
yeah.
Okay.
And if I had gone, and I had been this, if somebody had gave me $25 million for a movie in the 90s, I don't think I'd be here right now.
Oh, really?
I would have been too wild. God knows exactly what and level. I'm so satisfied. And like I said, I've seen them go up and they dropped, so many dropped. So it wasn't about shooting that. Mine was about having a career, build a career. I want to be able to do this.
When you see the other people rise and drop, do you see like, is there a level of pain that you see also that's like, where it's like, man, you get that high and then you hit that low?
No. I can always look at the drop and which person is and you know when and where and why and how. Because a lot of people, it's all hype. You can't survive on hype. You can shoot up with hype, but you can't stay there. You know, because like I give you an example. Like right now, asking me to read for this role in a movie. I'm like, okay, well, who's starring it? And I'm looking at, and there's some guy who from the internet who
I know. The whole following thing now, right?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you really kidding me? And it's that. It's so I don't really look at. I don't know. I wish everybody well. I think I'm so happy and proud for anything anybody does because we struggle so hard anyway as a people. But for anybody, black, white, old, young, I'm happy for everybody. If I see you going up, hey, you need some help, I'll help you.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I've never been jealous. I've never been envious. None of that. I've always wished everybody best. And I think if you do that, then you'll be content. Because like the Bible said, whatever place you are, be content. Even when I was homeless, I mean, I was content because I knew where I was going. So
I'm curious, from when you were homeless, did you ever make a buddy that you were homeless with that you're still friends with to today? I know that was random.
No, that's a good one. There was a guy named Gary, Kike, Sam, and Carlos. It was 4 of us. And we were all like this homeless group.
Were you guys all like the same age too?
Yeah, we were all in the same, I was the youngest, and we were all downtown homeless together. They kind of helped me out because they called me Youngblood.
Okay.
And so they took care of me, but yeah, we became like a little downtown LA homeless group. So, but Gary went back to New York. I don't know where Kike is. Carlos, I don't know what Carlos went back to. Gary, Kike, Sam, and Carlos. Well, one of them got into a bad fight. He had to go back to New York, but
okay.
Yeah, but I haven't talked to him in a while, and I still see a lot of the people. I remember I was just in Saks or somewhere in Beverly Hills, and I'm walking, and this girl goes, "Country boy!" What the hell? Who the hell said it? And it was this girl. She was like, and she was one behind the counter. She was a country boy. I was like, damn, I'm not country boy anymore. And she was a girl that we had met when we were homeless. Her family was in that little homeless hotel that they moved me to.
You make me
It's
nervous.
not. It's just warm. It's just warm. It's just
why
warm
would
now.
you put your hand directly on it?
That's why I don't like these. It looks like this.
Oh my gosh. Yo, you should always have a gas stove for the rest of your life.
I agree. And
Okay.
if I had one of these, it would be on all the time. I would never forget to turn it off.
Yeah, no, I remember this story. Okay, so I have there's 4 siblings, and it was me. I have an older brother, a little brother, and a twin. And one time I left plastic on the stove, and my parents had left. My mom is a crazy, abusive Jamaican, full-blood Jamaican, crazy hot.
Why all
blood,
do
right?
I live on?
So yeah, so I leave this on, the stove catches fire, and I assure you that we were so scared of my mom. Luckily, it was snowing. Us 3 kids managed to grab the fire and the pot and everything and throw it out in the snow. I mean, the whole house was like engulfed in black smoke. My mom still beat us, still sent us to the basement and everything. But the firefighters were like, yo, your kids like saved your house. But, you know.
Why did it catch fire?
Because I had left something plastic.
So your ass should have been down in the basement. Your brothers had to suffer for you.
Let me tell you something. She whipped me, and like literally I had a scar across my face for a long time. And it.
Damn, she was abusive. Sound like the way we were.
She was abusive. Trust me. I have the same issues you have, but I like talking about it because I'm curious now that I get older. Like I do therapy. Do you go to therapy? Have you?
I
None.
need to.
Really? I'm just so surprised because you're so well rounded. It seems, but you don't have any consistent thing that pops up between you and your personal relationships that stand out. Wow. God definitely had his hand on you.
You just have to. I just believe it's here.
Well,
Everything.
the fact that also that you take care of your mom. So, what does your mom and your relationship look like now?
Well, it's not that good, but here's my thing. I got a lot of brothers that everybody's kind of little, have a little thing against her, and because of, you didn't care, da. But me, I tell my brothers, you got to remember, my mom ran away for 16. When she got to New York, she was this beautiful young girl. She was all of these different singers and movie stars. She was used, so she never really knew what love was. So whenever saying she didn't love me, I can't expect her to love me because she told us she didn't want any kids. We were all accidents. So she didn't want us to any kids. So I get that, and I understand that. And I don't harp on it. And, I can't say, she ain't love me. Of course she didn't love me. She didn't want me. So I get it. She was used. She never really knew love. So I'm past it all. I block it out because stress causes all of that. And stress is what ages you.
Yeah, and you look good, by
I don't
Miguel looks so good in person. I was surprised that he's smoking.
I let nothing ever bother me. I don't care what. If I went somewhere right now and I fell in a ski accident, they say, you know what? We're going to have to amputate both your legs. I was like, okay, is it going to hurt? That's all I would fucking care about.
Really?
I wouldn't give up. And nothing in my life's going to change.
What do you
I
think
promise
that's
you in
from?
about another 8 months,
I
I'm going to
don't
have some
Hey,
things
brother,
on my leg and I'm going to be
So
running.
your brother, if I were to ask your brother, like, hey, was there ever a point where you saw Miguel, like, broken?
No,
like-
because he was a little baby when I left.
I'm saying, but even in your whole life, there was nothing that ever had you shook.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing could. I can't think of anything that could shake me.
Nothing in this whole career. Nothing brought you to question.
Never. I already know.
Is it? I wonder how that is possible. That your faith is so strong that it's never.
I saw it for some reason. I swear to God, it was more than a dream. I literally can honestly say I knew it. I knew it. I don't know how I knew it. I don't know where it came from, but I knew it.
So did you end up taking acting classes?
No.
Never.
Don't need to.
What do? You just empathize really well with the characters?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like I've always studied actors, and the good ones, and I watched them how they do it. I did start an acting class once. I was in there for about 2 weeks, but then the guy after I started doing it, he was like, "Come here!" He was using me to show everybody how to do it every time. I'm like, I don't need to be here. But I just look at it like this, and this has always worked for me. My philosophy is this: if you do, say, think, and react exactly how you would really think, say, look, and react in whatever that scene is, you don't have to act. You don't have to act. I was still homeless when I did Friday the 13th in that thing crying and screaming. Everybody else would have been wondering how they look. I got killed taking a shit in Friday the 13th Part 5. It was my first movie. And I was screaming and crying. I had never acted in my life. And all of the tears and everything were flowing. But I didn't know how I was going to do it.
Yeah.
I just knew if you in there, what's going to happen? Shit, I'm going to hit the gym. You're going to do it. I just always do exactly. Now, when you go in there with all that bravado, trying to be the movie star and trying to have all this one about how you look and how you're going to feel and all of that, it's a whole different story. You're not going to be believable.
Yeah, there was and I hate to throw names out there, but I always feel like some actors, I'll give an example like Shamar Moore maybe. Like some of these actors that really almost more care about how they look, they really aren't that great actors. I hate to say it. I don't want to call out names, but like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I think
And
Shamar's
like,
a really good actor.
But I think, for instance, like I think Halle Berry and Jennifer Lopez, honestly, I think they're really great actors, but they don't really care how they look on camera.
You can't. And if you do, I don't care what you think, people see it and feel it.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So I was talking to a young actor recently, and he was talking about how there is this thing in Hollywood with the black male actors. Do you see any like preference or leaning towards like your typical? Because it sounds like when you were growing up or going through your career, if you were the most chosen, then they were like, well, maybe we should skip past him and give someone else a shot. But now I hear young actors saying, well, no, they want the safe-looking dude, like the Michael B. Jordan. They want this safe-looking black guy in a lot of roles. You don't deal with any of that?
No, I'm safe.
And then now that your career is so long, do you even have to do a lot of casting, or do you just get called for the
only
roles?
for black productions. Only for black productions. I don't get it. I don't understand why. Only black productions.
Really?
Every white production, everything, they just call and start getting into it. Only black production asked me to audition. Only black productions ask me for that stuff now. I don't get it, but it is what it is.
Would you prefer to work for black productions, though?
I would prefer to work for any productions that has integrity, honesty, and care about the cast, the crew, and everybody except lining their own pockets.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my thing. Because I think I've never wanted all of them. I want everybody to make money. I want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
I want everybody. That's the way it should be because there is enough. But right now, producers, I'm going to be doing a big interview very, very soon, and I'm going to break some shit down.
Why don't you do it right now?
I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now.
Why would he say that?
I can't do it right now. But you got the first preview, so you can work that.
Yeah, okay.
I might come back and do it. You never know.
What's up with this biopic on you? I feel like it would be really good.
I'm writing it. I'll let you read it first.
I'll hold you to that.
I promise. You can give me your opinion. Because I'm writing a whole lot of stuff in it. And I was trying to edit some things because I know some shit. And I had to leave out the 80s and 90s because that's going to be...
Why? Why would you leave anything in your story out?
I can't put that shit in there. That's a whole different book. That's a whole different book.
By the way, I love to read, so
okay,
slide
good.
it
That's
to
a whole
me.
different book.
I live
If I was
reading.
God, dog, I'd be in the rooms I've been in, princesses, kings.
All because of your mom or after your career?
After that.
Just your career.
Movie stars, sports stars, in the...
What is the craziest thing that you've seen in the industry that by far left you speechless? That won't get you in trouble, that you can at
I
least
can't
share?
tell none of it because my shit is like...
What?
Cat Williams on steroids, all of this stuff. You gotta remember the places I've been, the people I've been with, and the things I hung out with. So I'm writing a book, but I want to do it tastefully so I don't expose anybody except the ones that deserve it.
Except for the ones that deserve it? Can you name some people that
No.
would deserve it? You're leaving me nothing. You know, we'll do a part two. when you're ready
Any
to
major star in the 80s and 90s, any one of them, the biggest on the planet, I hung out with them, chilling at home, in private settings and parties. Everyone. And some shit. There's things that about stars nobody could believe. And it's weird to me.
Well, do you think it's weird that like a lot of this stuff is coming out now since the Me Too movement, like with P. Diddy and all that
Let me ask you a
stuff?
question. Do you believe all that stuff about P. Diddy?
Me? 100%.
Everybody say that.
Well, P. Diddy has had a very
Yeah,
dark
no,
reputation.
And
for a
I
long
didn't know.
time.
I listen to me. I didn't even know all of that until somebody said it. I mean, what do you mean that ain't true? And everybody keeps saying like you. I'm like, really? Everybody's like, really?
Dude,
Where the hell have I been? Where have I been?
When I first got into
I've only known you to be a
semi-Hollywood
good guy.
scene, I would hear stories about like you would go into his record label and like the interns would be running up like asking for food to eat. They were all starving over there. I used to hear
I don't
crazy
believe-
stories.
See?
But then you hear about his publishing deals. You heard that he recently released his publishing, but after I think it was the girl from Danity Kane said, yeah, after the publishing was worth absolutely nothing. And then they had to sign
Okay,
NDAs.
wait, stop.
They had to sign NDAs so that they could not release any details about his...
Okay, so if you sign an NDA
Mm-hmm.
that you're not gonna talk about something for signing something that's worth nothing, that don't make sense to me.
Well, that's the thing. She didn't sign it. She said she offered to pay everyone out in the group. Like, I will pay you what it's worth to not sign this NDA.
Who?
There was what's her name? Aubrey O'Day or something?
Okay, so
So you don't believe none of it?
I don't know.
Nah,
I've
you
hung out with.
Diddy,
I've hung out with Diddy. I've never seen nothing but a nice, swell, amazing guy.
Okay.
And everybody always say, Miguel, you keep saying that you ain't seen nothing. Of course you're not gonna see nothing. They're not gonna show it around you.
Well, okay.
I
well,
don't
did
think
you
that's
see any
it.
bisexual qualities?
Nope,
Okay.
none whatsoever.
Okay.
None.
I don't know. There was rumors swirling about that man for a long
I
time.
know. I heard that, and then they said, Miguel, I heard that everybody in the mama's gay, and I know them all, and I don't never seen anything. And then all my friends said, Miguel, they not gonna do it because they know you. You got a big mouth. You be like, you know that nigga try something about it. They know
you
me.
obviously don't have a big mouth because you haven't said nothing.
No, but this is no. But I would have done it right then if something would have happened.
Oh,
if I'd
yeah.
have been somewhere and somebody made a something, I went outside. Nigga, you know what just happened? You won't believe what I just saw in the mall. I swear to God, I
I
would have been
think
telling
too-
everybody. It wouldn't have been no wait some years and shit.
But I also think that people probably wouldn't do it in front of you because I think that more people with a high morale, people tend to shield them from.
Do you believe in Illuminati, whatever the hell that means?
I don't know if I believe in that. And the only reason why I say that is because when I first became Christian later in life, I'm raised Jewish and you know that. I remember people trying to say that Jay-Z was an Illuminati, and I was like, no way, he's my favorite rapper of all time. And they would have YouTube videos, and I.
But hold on a thing. Okay, so let me get this straight. You said, oh no, because the Illuminati. What is the oh no? What is the Illuminati that it would be a oh no? What is it? What is the Illuminati? How is it supposed to be some group of
people that I guess worship the devil? All I know.
Oh,
is that
that's what it is. Okay, I didn't know that. Worship the devil. That's what.
Yeah, like I think Illuminati is they worship the devil or they
I just think to me, I think that's far more ludicrous than UFOs.
Ludicrous. What?
I think that's far more ridiculous and ignorant than UFOs.
Yeah. No, I agree. I saw some of the YouTube videos about Jay-Z when I was first becoming Christian. This guy was like trying to convince me that like, he believed in the devil because I listen to Jay-Z a lot. You saw my big painting of Jay, right? I try to get everyone to look at that painting.
I saw it. I said that to my brother.
And oh, you did? You like it? It's the only one in the world.
You drew it?
My mom did it for me when I was like 24. I paid her.
Your mother painted that?
Yeah, she did. She has way better work than that. That's actually one of her worst works. She's always like, sell it to Jay-Z. I'm like, I'm never gonna sell it to Jay-Z.
Wow.
But if he paid me enough, I'd sell it, and then you'd have to pay you again to make me a second.
No, you got to keep the original.
The original
pay her to make him one.
Yeah, you saw what makes that painting so unique is that in the way when I see that painting,
I'm gonna lift this camera up and walk out there so they can show him.
You're
You should show them though, since we're talking about it.
I know we always talk about it. They'll get in post edit or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But yeah, one of the things I like about that painting and the reason why it stuck out to me is like I'm always the broke girl that has these dreams like past my environment. I'm always the one where everyone's like, you're crazy. You're crazy for having that idea. Now, after so many years, people are like, she's going to do whatever she wants to do. But I like that he looked past his environment. And that's kind of what happened with you. That is exactly what happened with you. It didn't matter what your environment was. Like, you're like, this is where I'm going. And nothing chaotic around me can stop me from reaching that destination.
And that's the problem with kids in America, and especially our people, because we're looking at this world is so much bigger than your neighborhood, your clique. Where you from. It's a great big world out there. And if some of these kids, I mean, you can suffer in anywhere. If they just got out of their comfort zone, their little area, they're scared and venture out. I know one in my entire family had been in California, except my uncle drove a car and sold it here. But now I got kids born here, brothers and family and nephews and nieces. I started that migration to California. You could be that person in your hometown, in your neighborhood. Get out of that neighborhood. If you're not prospering there, you can do the same thing. If you ain't doing nothing there, you can do the same thing somewhere else. Yeah. People are so afraid to get out of their comfort zone. They're afraid to get out and do whatever it is, that is necessary to do to achieve their goals. They're afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. But I do understand. It has to be afraid. You have to be afraid if you don't have a plan.
Yeah, you have to be afraid if you don't have a plan. But I've been working on a course called like Entrepreneur Mindset, and the first thing I teach is getting out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
I'm like, get out of your comfort zone. We live in Los Angeles, and there's kids that live here right now that have never been to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? And they're in the hood. They're not even that far from the beach and have never been to the beach. And I told myself when I think it was Trevor Noah. Have you read Trevor Noah's book?
No, I want to. I love him.
Let me tell you something. One of my favorite books of all time is Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime. But one of the things his mom would do when he was younger was she would take him to the rich neighborhoods and show him all the big mansions. And I think that's so essential for kids to get out of that everyday cycle. And I think that really that was a pinnacle thing that she did that paved the way to now, he owns home next to Nelson Mandela or whatever. And I think it plays a huge role. Even my daughter, she's 2. She's been on the plane like 14 times.
My kids were all over the world before they was 10.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You got to get them out. Because I want to start an organization. I'm thinking about it where taking all these kids from the hood to Africa. Because
I would love that.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. If I took 20 kids to Africa from the poorest neighborhoods in the United States, and I take them on tour of Africa, And when every one of them came back, I promise you, if anybody in their neighborhood, in their family, in their school, ever say we're poor or you're poor, they're going to look at them and say, you're a damn lie. We are not poor. You don't even know what poor is. You won't know what poor is. When they come back over there, they're going to look at their whole situation differently.
I've never been to Africa. Is it that amazing, huh?
It's amazing, but then when you go to the poorest places and see why they're living in little mud huts and ain't got no food, and this is for the whole family, and then they have to sit there and cut it up into 8 pieces, that's really, and they have nothing. Nothing. You go into houses and you see, and then you come back here and you look at you walk in your nice ass house, close your door, got beds and stuff, and tell me we poor.
Yeah.
You got shit in the refrigerator. Over there, they got nothing. Every one of those kids will come back, and all 25 of them will spread out like a cancer and change the mindset of people around them, and their mindsets will be changed. And then next year, we bring a different group next year. Each one of them maybe bring somebody who they, after telling people who they think need. Now, next year, we take 50 over on a tour.
I was thinking, like, Jews have a birthright. Sorry, guys, I know we're going over, but...
Go ahead. This your show.
But birthright, Jews have this thing, I think it's up to the age of 27, that if you have Jewish blood in you, you could go to Israel for 14 days fully paid for free.
Right. Wait. Say that again.
If you are
Is that right now?
Yes, to this day. If all the way up to, I think, the age of 27, if you have Jew blood in you, you can go to Israel for 14 days for free under birthright.
So you can go?
Yeah, you know what's so crazy?
So what if you give me some of your Jew blood? Can I go?
Yeah, no, it's so funny because I ended up paying later because when I was younger, I was dumb. And I was like, I have so much going on. But then I went later and I ended up on a plane with the whole birthright group. And I was like, I was so silly. But I think African Americans need to go to Africa. And
that's why Ghana. That's why Ghana is doing that. Did you know
Ghana's
right now?
doing a birthright type thing?
If you are African American, Ghana said, well, they told you, they're going to give you 40 acres and a mule. We know they told you that. So if you're an African American, you set foot in Ghana, you're an automatic citizen.
Really?
And you get a free house.
What?
Yes.
We need to go to Ghana.
I think it's 10 acres, I think.
Are you sure about this?
I think, yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, we need to go to Ghana.
Yes.
You want to go to Ghana with me?
There's actually
we can do a Ghana trip.
I would love to.
Do you really want to? I'm serious.
No, I'm dead serious because I have some government people over there too. Also, there's another couple.
Have you not gone, right?
Never been yet.
We should do it together.
Do it. Okay, you heard it? You heard it? You heard it right here.
We can vlog it.
You heard it. I'm done. It'll be huge.
Yeah. All right, go on. So, what were you saying?
I said there's a couple of other African countries that also are doing that. Feet to earth.
Yeah.
I mean, Israel did it. Why can't Africa do it? If you want to get people back home, give them automatic citizenship. Every African American over here should, the moment they set foot on any African land, African Union, national, you guys should do this. There should be a citizen. Yeah. And that would help.
I want to do the Ghana. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Stevie Wonder moved there, right?
No, I didn't know that. To Ghana? What? How long is those flights though? They're long, huh?
Yeah, a long flight.
I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it together.
You heard that here first.
I'm gonna literally
eat while in Ghana.
All right. Well, thank you so much. What other projects do you have coming up that we could kind of stay tuned in for, and how can people keep up with you?
Well, you can follow me on my IG is MNUNEZJR, M Nunez Jr. Also on TikTok, and but I am working on a project right now. Well, Family Season 5 is coming. But we just finished Season 5 Family Business, so it's going to be fire. Surprises coming. But also, we're developing a Juwanna Man 2 as well. So I'm working on that. And then after that, I think I'm gonna hit the road for about 5 years and just travel.
Really?
Feed the homeless all over the world.
Well, and
That's
we're
my
going to
plan.
do the Ghana trip.
We can do the Ghana trip. Absolutely.
And what about this biopic?
What about it? I'm just writing it.
Okay. So it's a ways away.
Yeah.
Well, during the 5-year trip, we'll just be sending script. I'll be reading your biopic.
Yes. No, I'm gonna give you what I wrote now, and you can just read it.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I end up reading this, I am going to be the person that's gonna come back with more questions, and you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna want to share that, and I'm gonna be like, you have.
Because that's why I was going earlier, because so I'm gonna let you read it because, and I went into it, I forgot where I was, but I'm just letting everything out, and then edit it later.
Okay.
Because there's so much, and That's why I said. That's what happened. And I said, except the 80s. And then you said, why? And then we got into that. I'm leaving out all 80. But I'm going through a little bit. But I'm just telling it. And the reason I'm letting nobody read it is because I'm so much in there. I'm like, should I say that? Should I do that? But I figure it would be better to get it out and not edit it on the paper. So
yeah,
I haven't let anybody read it because it's so personal.
But I can read it.
Yeah, because you could give me notes. You could give me notes.
Okay. I'm excited. You heard it here first. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Eating While Broke.
Spam brought
edition.
to you by Spam and Miracle Whip. When you want the perfect sandwich. Spam and Miracle Whip.
Is that what that commercial looks like?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Don't
Hopefully
eat it.
we'll get a Spam sponsorship.
There you go. Spam and Miracle
Come
Whip.
on.
Yeah, Spam and Miracle Whip. Give us a sponsorship.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.